Well, the travel ban is in place until the 15th of May. It was always put in place as a temporary ban to ensure that we will be able to sustainably bring Australians home safely to Australia, both protecting them and protecting Australians. And so it has always been a temporary pause. The National Security Committee of Cabinet is meeting this afternoon. We will get an update on how that pause is progressing, and the information I already have is that the pause is working. The pause is putting us in a place to ensure that we'll be able to safely bring people home. And the early evidence indicates that that temporary pause to the 15th of May is on track, and that we are very hopeful and confident that on the other side of 15th of May we'll be able to start restoring those repatriation flights. But that decision hasn't yet been taken. We will do it on the basis of the evidence, on the basis of the medical advice. And so, as I said this afternoon, the National Security Committee of Cabinet is meeting on these matters, and joined by the Health Minister, of course. Tomorrow the National Cabinet is meeting, and I will update them on where that is at. In terms of the direct flights, there were only really direct flights that come into Sydney. That is a matter that we'll continue to work through with the New South Wales government. They've got obviously some challenges right at this moment that they're dealing with, and we'll work through those issues as we always do with the New South Wales government. But equally, if state governments are in a position to want to be able to take repatriation flights back into Australia, whether here in Melbourne or elsewhere, that opportunity will obviously be there for them to take that in. We'll be bringing our repatriation flights when they restore into Howard Springs, where we are already seeing the number of cases fall, and we're on track.
Just to answer, when are you likely to make that decision about lifting the travel ban?
Before the 15th of May.
Sometime.
But what I've said is there'll be a meeting today and there'll be a meeting tomorrow, and we will further review that evidence and that advice. And when we're in a position to confirm the restart of repatriation flights based on that advice, then I can assure you, as has always been our practice, that I will be quick, as will the Health Minister, to relay that information, as we always have been.
You spoke this morning about Michael Slater, understanding his frustration with Australians in India. David Littleproud said that Michael Slater was a spoiled brat and that he should grow up. Is that appropriate?
Look, I've made my comments regarding what Michael has said, as I understand his frustration and I understand his deep concern for the people of India. What I have to say, though, is I'm even more understanding of the many hundreds of thousands, millions of Australians that are of Indian descent or heritage and have so many family members who are affected, who aren't Australian citizens, who aren't Australian residents, and will be remaining in India. And that's why I'm pleased that the more than 40 oxygen concentrators, over 1,000 ventilators have already touched down in India, and that has been welcomed by the Indian government. The Foreign Minister of India and our Foreign Minister met yesterday virtually in the UK, and that was a very positive meeting, and the Indian government was very appreciative of the great support that Australia is giving to India. They understand the arrangements we have in place, and we welcome the very, very strong diplomatic engagement we've had with them.